Sweet.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Whahya TV, where we talk about whatever we want. It's been a week.
Yeah.
It's been a week.
It has.
There's been a lot of things been going on in the YouTube. I'm pretty excited to share about them today.
Yeah.
Starting some new segments. We dropped a few, and when I say few, I mean one. But I'm excited. I know you're excited. Let me go ahead and start our clock for an hour and a half because of our first 5-minute debacle. And then we will dive right into the action today.
A lot going on.
There is a lot going on.
Ein Peck.
So, why don't we go ahead and talk about, since you guys are here now, you guys have probably not seen, and you will never see this podcast. But if you do see this podcast and you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, Whahya TV
Facts.
on YouTube,
Real stuff.
subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you haven't noticed, there's been some new content. There's been 5 new
Facts.
videos. There has been a new league started in collaboration with, and well, I should say Eric in collaboration with me, Kaylin, has made a new Whahya TV WWE league, which it's pretty exciting. So do you want to talk a little bit about?
It's some good stuff. You see, there's a lot of really passionate fighters out there, including some of the likes of just name a few names. Peter Griffin. I believe Yeet. I know that old Sleepy Joe made an appearance, and of course everybody's favorite, Sunkiss. Is it Sunkist?
You mean Sprite?
Cranberry Sprite, yeah. I don't know where Sunkist came from. The holiday Sunkiss is what I was thinking of.
No, gotcha.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
I don't think I've had it before, so.
It was discontinued in, I believe, 2016.
Gotcha. Well,
Fact.
Well, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw the first 5 here, so let's go ahead and talk about what we're planning on doing with that. So, as you may know, we posted those videos and started this league. Last week, we had talked some WWE storylines.
Yeah.
And we figured instead of doing the WWE storylines, we were going to instead do our own league. So we have, just like Eric over here said, we have the likes of Juice WRLD, Peter Griffin, Yeet. I will confirm Yeet is here. We have a lot of cool wrestlers. They're going to be fighting each other every week.
Including the original roster, pro wrestlers.
Yes.
From 2021.
2021.
2021.
Yeah,
I didn't know if it was like football where they like backdate the game or forward date the games, you know?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm honestly, I don't know. But yeah, we have the current wrestlers as well. But it's very, very exciting. I'm hoping that we can kind of get into what we think is good. So like, we're starting here at 5 matches, and then kind of once we figure out what we need to do, or if we can add or delete more, or figure out what is good for everyone, we will continue to adapt and adjust as necessary. If you guys, want to see, a famous superstar in the game, let me know. Drop a comment, and I'll try to add them, and it'll be fun. But each week we have storylines, so since we're talking about it right now, we might as well talk about what the heck has happened.
Oh gosh,
the first night, the opening night of WWE. The first night of it saw the opening match with Juice WRLD, the Universal Champion, and Bernie Sanders. What did you think about that matchup?
That's what I was just looking at. But I think it was a pretty intense fight, if I do say. It was long. We sat for a good while, I'm pretty sure.
That was one of the longest matches, and it was the opener. It was like 15 minutes long. It was a solid match. And I mean, it was mostly because Bernie got on top of that ladder and was just, we would hit Juice WRLD once and then just sit there and stare at him. And then he'd hit him again, and then he'd sit there and stare at him, and like, Bernie, come on, you gotta keep on the offense.
Yeah.
I know you don't got much, but
especially when you're dealing with the undisputed champion.
Exactly,
Yeah.
the Universal Champion.
There's no room for lacking.
Yes, right. Exactly.
And Juice WRLD, in fact, caught him lacking.
Speaking of caught him lacking, the second match of the night featured Joe Biden and Donald Trump facing off backstage. Donald Trump wasn't really happy with Joe Biden after he won this last election, so he decided he wasn't going to take it out in the ring. He was going to take it off on him backstage. So that's just what they did. They fought backstage. It was a long and hard fight. Do you remember the ending of it?
I remember slam, 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 KO.
Yeah. I think
Pretty
Joe
much that
Biden won. I'm
pretty sure Joe Biden won. I'm pretty sure Joe Biden, what's it called? You get the old over the head trick onto their head. Do it just over and over and over again. We don't
belly
know
to belly
moves.
suplex.
Yeah, something.
Or no, belly to back suplex.
Not a German suplex. Is that German suplex?
Yes.
Yeah, that is German suplex. Yeah, just German suplex after German suplex. It was wild. Mm-hmm. I've never seen a man's head hit the concrete as hard as that match.
Yeah. Speaking of matches, the third match of the night. Now that match was a fun one.
That was indeed a fun one. Lots of things going on.
Second match of the night. Oh, actually, the third match of the night was Peter Griffin versus R-Truth versus EDP for the 24/7 championship. Obviously, 24/7 championship, not a lot of people put a lot of credibility on it. But Peter Griffin's really bringing some credibility to this title. But then, as he was gaining traction, EDP takes him down in the match, the triple threat match with R-Truth. And it was chaos. It was true chaos yesterday.
Honestly, I'm gonna put it this way. I honestly believe EDP took away all the credibility. I feel like Peter Griffin was being torn down a lot of the time, being dragged down by both of them. And I feel like it was less about the title and more about just an absolute beatdown and disgrace of Peter Griffin and his name.
Gotcha. Speaking of names, the next match is a very famous name, the Usos versus the Oswalds. A very exciting tag team match. We had Jimmy and Jay Uso competing. And then we also had, who is it? Cameron Grimes and Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah.
That was really exciting. That was a fun match.
It was a very fun match. I feel like there was a lot of action pack. I just feel like, he missed his mark, right? He didn't really come out with a blast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a tag team, so the tag teams didn't really come out good. But.
Honestly. I mean the ending of that fight should have been point blank.
Gotcha. And then our fifth match of the night, which has nothing to do with point blanks. Our fifth match was an Elimination Chamber match for Elimination Chamber 2023. And it had Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Chicken Neck, Speed, Yeet, and Sprite Cranberry. And ultimately, who won?
I'm pretty sure Roman Reigns.
I think Roman Reigns won.
Yeah, Roman Reigns, because he won by pinfall.
Yes, Roman Reigns did win. Yes, I remember that. I remember watching the end of that for the highlights.
It was very much Speed versus Roman Reigns.
Yes, it was.
It was wild.
Speed came out fast. It was a good competition. But I'm excited to see what happens this week I'm sure there's going to be some interesting matches. I heard there's going to be some appearances by some very, very notable superstars this next week.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You'll definitely have to tune in and watch it and subscribe and like.
You guys don't have to, I would prefer, but you guys don't have to watch it on Twitch. Just go ahead and wait for it to come up on the YouTube channel. You'll see each match, everything like that. It'll be good. And then also, speaking of accessibility and stuff like that, there is going to be timestamps on every single podcast. It's going to take me a lot of time to do, but it's going to be okay. Basically, I'm going to try to figure out how segments are going to be going. So, like, I'm going to split segments up.
Organization.
And I'm not thinking that I'm going to do it like, here's where we talk about Roblox, and here's where we talk about this. I think I'm literally just going to do intro, and then try new things. Blabber.
Talk.
And then it's Mad Libs.
One,
Blabber.
two.
Yeah. Hold on. Our cat is on the table, and he knows he's not allowed to be on tables.
Smooth. Oh, I killed your pizza box, by the way.
You killed my pizza? Oh, yeah, I saw that. It was concerning when I woke up to that. All right.
Oh, may I tell a story quickly?
Yes.
An unnamed friend of mine was going on a date with a stranger. Someone met on Tinder or something, right? Talking. So I had to, of course, being the gentleman and very high believer of self-defense, had to go through a large quantity of, things to protect herself with. And then I killed your pizza box.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, honestly, I'm thinking it's time to transition into our first topic of today, which is why I am going to say, speaking of food,
We're gonna...
I want to tell you a story.
Oh, okay.
A man in London... He's already laughing, folks. I already got him laughing. A man in London stole 38,000 US dollars. So this is converted to US dollars. Yeah. $38,000 worth of Cadbury cream eggs. Now wait, this gets even better, guys. This gets even better.
One man?
Yes.
One man.
Yes.
One job. One truck.
If it was like, he was just stealing the truck, and like there was just a semi on the road and he stole it. Well, listen to the second half of this.
No, I'm not looking up. I need a calculator.
Okay.
What was the number?
$38,000 worth. Well, he was arrested, so I mean he doesn't get any of this.
He stole 12,666.66666 Cadbury eggs.
Now that's approximately because when you buy them in bulk, they're cheaper.
I just used a $3,
You think Cadbury cream eggs are $3 each?
I assume they're like rich people candy,
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't know. But
or 12,000 bags.
Okay, sure.
There.
Let's do I guess. I don't know. But he broke through a gate, took what I assume are probably metal shears and broke the padlock on the gate.
Ocean's
and
12.
Then got in his semi truck, pulled up to the trailer and towed away the trailer. This was planned. He planned to steal
premeditated
these many Cadbury. What would you do with $38,000 worth of Cadbury cream eggs?
Piss off the Easter Bunny, that's for sure.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Hey man, I heard you got my fix this year. I need that back."
I imagine a normal bunny, a normal white bunny, just sitting on a pillow with a bunch of I don't know, what are Easter Bunny equivalent of elves? Does he do it all himself?
I think so.
Okay, scratch all that. It's just a normal rabbit in a dark apartment that's just rented out for a week. Just going, I need my eggs back. I need
No,
my eggs
he's not
back."
even talking. He's just doing that quivering thing they do with their nose. So he just looks like a normal rabbit in a dark apartment.
He just like smacks the board and like an AK comes out of the wall with like two pistols.
I don't even know what we talk about here on Whahya
Whatever we want.
TV. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. He gets it. Some things that I don't get. Let's talk about a Polish.
Transitions, man.
Yeah, they're fantastic, aren't they? Listen, I heard this story for the first time and I was dumbfounded. And I need to talk. I need to have a serious conversation about this. A Polish mother of 7 has successfully given birth to premature quintuplets. Which, if you don't know what quintuplets are, that's 5.
Google it.
That's
Oh,
5
never mind.
babies.
Yeah.
That's 5. In one sitting.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't like 1, then 2. It's like 5, you know?
Wait, she's a mother of 7, right?
Yeah.
Was she previously a mother of 7, or is she now a mother of 7?
Well,
'Cause
here-
that changes everything.
Here, well, let me. So, it was 2 boys and 3 girls. They, the quintuplets. And the doctor said that they are all doing fine, even though they were born very prematurely. Usually they're born pretty prematurely because, you know, there's like 5 of them in there. They can't get that
Little
big.
kittens.
Yeah, they can't.
Little kittens.
So, the woman who gave birth to those quintuplets, her and her British husband's other children are aged between 10 months and 12 years. And that includes 2 pairs of twins. So she had 7 kids. 7 kids. 4 of those 7 kids were twins. And then she had 5 more.
She like duplicated her body mass.
Yeah. Like, my question is,
How many babies does it take to weigh as much as a woman? Right?
like, yeah. Like, here's my thing. Here's my thing. You had a baby, right? And then you said, oh, I want to have another, blah, 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 whatever, right? Somewhere down the road, you have twins. That, in itself, is a rarity.
Yeah.
Right? And then, you go to, you know, get pregnant again. It's just Charlie. You go to, you know, have kids again. And then you have another pair of twins. And you're like, oh my gosh, these 7 kids and I've had 2 set of twins already? I'm so bored. What should we do?
Gatling gun.
Let's have 5. Obviously, okay, don't hate on me because, you know, maybe they were only expecting to have 1 more. Maybe they wanted 8. Maybe they wanted 9, you know? Maybe they were going for that perfect number and got 5. But still, if you've already had 2 pairs of twins, I feel like at that point, I'm either going to the lottery or not having kids again.
Now, here's my question, right? And this is an important cultural question, right? Because of the area where she's from, are they Catholic? In the sense that they can't use birth control.
I'm not sure, honestly.
If I had 7 kids, I'd become a eunuch.
It says that she's Polish.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know.
Probably. I mean, it's you know, everyone has their own. You can't really jurisdict.
You can't really judge a country based off of
anymore,
Yeah.
because that was more of like an old school thing where, you know.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit more. Oh, there's Charlie right down there.
Yep. Like, you know, how everyone's like, every Irish is Catholic.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, you have a good point. It's hard to do it anymore. I think you're right. Now that we've seen Charlie, I want to talk about something else that's very big.
Jesus.
Humpback whales. This is a little bit I don't know if you want to take this as a sad story or a happy story. I think it's a happy one.
If you told me that humpback whales are dying, and you're just like, well, it depends on where you think of it.
No. So, actually, the exact opposite.
Oh.
Humpback whales were extremely endangered, with only about 35 of them existing at one point in time. Now, they're not even endangered anymore. They're one of the greatest comeback stories of all times in terms of animals and their extinction and endangerment. Obviously, with how famous whaling was when we first came to the United States, and through that time period, you know, these whales were getting killed by the hundreds of millions, you know. So, but there's some surprising news coming out. Humpback whales are no longer whaling to find a mate. You know when you hear like yeah, basically. They're not doing that anymore. And they're really confused by it, but they think it's because they're no longer endangered. That
like they don't need to scream anymore.
They don't need to scream anymore because they're all near each other again. Like they're so
wacky.
They're like a normal amount.
Yeah.
They're basically saying the odds that before that a male humpback whale would sing to attract its mate or do whatever. They're still not exactly sure. They just think that it's... Well, I guess nobody's exactly sure why an animal does something because they can't talk to it. But, you know.
That's crazy.
But the odds that a male humpback whale would sing before when they were doing this, when they were endangered, was around 2 in 10. So for every 10 male humpback whales, about 2 of them would sing.
Gotcha.
So it wasn't frequent to begin with, but now those odds are exactly 1 in 10. They've been cut in half, which, you know, doesn't seem like that big of a difference, but at the same time, like, there's millions of whales. Like, going down a full 10%, basically. That's what that's saying, right?
Yeah.
Like 10%.
10%. You're
like
only 10% of whales, all whales.
Yeah. Or all male.
All male whales.
Humpback whales.
Yeah.
It's a very specific.
Take your statistics.
But it's still a lot of numbers.
Yeah.
Going down that much is a lot. Like, imagine 10 people in the room.
And I was yelling.
Instead of 2 people coming up, now there's only 1. You know, that may not seem, that one person doesn't change much, but if you put 50 people in that room, that's 5 people that are all of a sudden not in the equation. Yeah. And, you know, it just doubles from there. Well, not exactly, but now we're going to get into one of our favorite topics, or segments. I was really, really hoping to get this done. I've been looking, and finally I decided to go on their website and say, where is this at? And it's only at like 1 store within a 25-35 mile radius. I don't know how close it is to us where I went to get it, but it's closer to my work than it is my home, so I went after work. They had it, and I'm excited. So excited to try it.
I'd say it's about 17 minutes.
Huh?
17 minutes, I'd say. It takes 14 minutes to get to work.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It takes about 14 minutes to get to your work. I always know because I'm always checking when you're at work to see when you've left. When we're doing like podcasts and stuff.
Gotcha. But this is 2023 limited edition Peeps Pepsi. Artificial marshmallow flavored Pepsi. So, the design, flawless, guys. I'm loving the design. It's got the yellow body with the average Pepsi logo, the yellow cap. It's got the same color as regular Pepsi, to my knowledge.
Maybe a little darker. It looks the same.
Maybe a little lighter, honestly. I'm kind of feeling lighter, but I don't know. More opaque. I think it's more opaque.
That's a lot better. It's more opaque. Because I was like, I don't think it's lighter. The bubbles are very light.
But, I mean, like we always do, it does include 69 grams of added sugar, which is 138% of your daily value, according to these labels, which is a lot, I feel like. Has 63 milligrams of caffeine. Again, limited edition flavor, only being sold for a limited time. I believe it's only being sold through April.
Oh.
So, you do have time to go out and buy this. We jumped on this. This is basically the first week that it's been out. It was announced that it was coming to stores like 3 or 4 days ago. So, we're hopping on this trend really fast. But, you ready to give this bad boy a crack? It feels carbonated.
Yeah, let's go.
So, if you don't know, Eric does not like the consistency of marshmallows. So this is going to be a very interesting drink for him. Oh, wow, it smells like marshmallows. Oh my gosh, it smells like marshmallows. It smells like... I don't even know, it smells good though.
It smells like antifreeze. You know what that smells like.
But are you ready to give this thing a try? I have not been more ready for a trying than...
I feel like...
When's the last time I've been this excited? I'd say Dark Berry Dr. Pepper.
Yeah,
I was
good.
really excited for Dark Berry.
That was also very good.
I was excited to try it. Nitro Pepsi, I was also
you
kind
were
of...
excited. This
Yeah. Stardust, or Starlight.
Something like
or
that.
What is it? Which, I can't remember the difference.
Yeah.
Anyways. Well, here we go. Wow. Wow.
Give me a second.
What the heck? Let the aftertaste hit. It tastes like cotton candy. It doesn't taste like marshmallows.
Tastes like really, really artificial cherry.
I can see where you get the cherry flavor from. It's there, but I don't think that's the primary flavor.
No, it's like you have to let it sit on your tongue for a while, and that'll start happening. But to be honest with you, I only taste an aftertaste. I don't really.
Well, yeah. I think
really
that's the point. That's what I've heard. I've heard that that's the point.
Do I like it more than normal Pepsi? To be determined.
I don't want to stop drinking it. I just want to keep...
I'm trying to learn something. I'm studying the flavor of it. But, the more I drink it, the less I'm getting. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I feel like I'm tasting it
really
less.
does. It really does.
It's slowly turning to just Pepsi. Because now it's just starting to become cherry Pepsi. But then there's this singe in the back of your throat.
See, it tastes like Pepsi, and then it tastes like cherry Pepsi,
Yeah.
and then it tastes like cotton candy.
Wrong, it's cherry Pepsi that leaves a cotton candy film in your mouth. That's what it feels like to me. You know when you eat cotton candy and you swallow it, but there's still all that residual cotton in your mouth? That's what it feels like.
Yeah. That's... Okay. So, this is going to be an interesting ranking from me, but go ahead, Eric, unless you want me to go first.
You can go first, because
You usually go first. Well, I think...
Or I can go first, yeah.
So... No, I'll go first.
He'll go
because,
first. Gotcha.
Well,
If yours is unusual, you should definitely go first.
So, listen. This soda right here is not something that I would like. If they were to look at me and be like, this is a permanent thing, I think I would be excited for a little bit, but I don't think I'd, care. This is a perfect limited time edition soda. It's something that you try once. Maybe you drink it for the 3 months and you get really obsessed and then you wish for it to come back. But in my opinion, I see where they're coming from with the marshmallow. I like the marshmallow. It's bouncing back and forth. It really is. I'm going to have to give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Huh?
And not because of the taste. Not because I would drink this on the regular, because I definitely would not. This is a perfect novelty, like, limited time, like I said. The only reason it gets docked, that half point, is because I don't feel like it has enough marshmallow. I feel like it's cotton candy. You know? I don't know. Anyways, go ahead.
Be 100% honest with you. This, if we're talking about the sodas we've tasted on this show, right? We've got that one soda we were just talking about. Got, Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew. All that kind of stuff. Start.
My question.
Yeah.
Are you basing, out of all the drinks we've ever tried on this show, that subgroup, right?
Yeah.
Are you basing that off of which you drink all the time? Or, like, best tasting? Or, like, just best overall?
Both.
Okay.
And honestly, I would drink Flaming Hot Mountain Dew over this any day. I just,
You're so foul for that.
The flavor, it's not even, so, on a deeper level, as a person who likes to eat, and I like eating, I've got, Italian in my blood. The flavoring profile of this is just off. There's something that shouldn't be in it. It's like trying to put, mint into, Stromboli. A large amount of mint in Stromboli. It tastes like a good Pepsi. It tastes like a good Pepsi until the aftertaste hits. Because once the aftertaste hits, I'm just like, the thing that makes the soda, right? The thing that makes it the novelty, the aftertaste ruins it for me.
See, I'm the exact opposite way, because I like the taste of the aftertaste. And maybe that's your marshmallow. I don't know.
I honestly think it's because I don't like, I don't eat sugar very much. I don't like sweet things. Honestly, and what it is too, it feels like it sticks on different parts of my mouth. Like, it feels like something's off.
Yeah.
Pudding, and I don't enjoy it. I'm honest. I'm gonna put it on an honest 3.5 out of 10.
One of our most split rankings of the entire show. And you still know
I'm thirsty, so I'm not gonna stop
when
drinking
I get done with this show, mine's gonna be sitting right about here, and Eric's is gonna be sitting right at the little right here, like the little droplets that get stuck in the four corners. That's always how it goes. But yeah. All right, let's see. What do we want to talk about next? Here we go. Let's talk about this dude, all right? And we're going to say his name because his name's really important.
Gotcha.
Okay? Born Lawrence Gregory Watkins from New Zealand.
Gotcha.
He decided that one day he was going to change his name. Okay?
Yeah.
Very innocent. I'm going to change my name. So, basically, he was like, he's a Christian man, so he was like, what names have inspired me to, do good from the Bible? What names have inspired me to be a better person? What is like the names rooted in Christianity, the saints, the angels, all of it?
I think I know where this is going.
So, basically, he lived in New Zealand, and he decided to change his name. And when he finished changing his name, he ended up with a whopping 2,310 first names and one family name. He had to use 6 pages of normal-sized font to fill out his entire name. He used every single name that he could, think of. He has the Guinness Book of World Records.
Jesus.
He holds the record for longest name. I'm not gonna say his name. I think we'd have to devote like a full podcast episode to just saying his name.
I really thought it was gonna go into like this guy like renamed himself God or something. Like that's where I was going with that, and then I heard 143 first. I was just like, oh my god,
2,310. Yeah.
Threw the Old Testament in there too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
His name is.
And they're all alphabetical too. His name's like
Adam.
Lawrence.
Abel.
His name's like, I wish I could find it again, but like his name's like Lawrence, and then it goes A, just like three, like a whole page of A names, and then B names, and then C. It's crazy. But I thought that was exciting, and I thought I should share that. Who's I don't know. Have you ever heard any like funny real names? Like names that are legitimate.
I know someone. I was watching a. This is true. I was watching. There's a guy I watch for comedy. He does comedy in Ohio, and he was doing a show, and he was talking to the guy. And he's like, "Yo, what's your name?" And he goes, "Youngblood." They go, "What?" And apparently, on his ID and everything, his parents named him Youngblood. Gotcha. And then his last name was like Gerald, like Gerald or something like that. So
Gotcha.
it was like Youngblood Gerald.
I love that. I would have to say mine. I remember I met this person, and you're gonna like this. I had asked. I said, "What's your name?" And he looks at me and goes, "My name is Garfield Dingus." And that was his real name, Garfield Dingus.
That was his real name?
Yes. And I was like, bro's named after the orange cat who eats lasagna.
Lasagna.
Like, no. I know he wasn't but like, that is such a funny real life name.
Yeah.
Like, Youngblood, that's a good story to tell, but like, that's not like a natural name. Like, I feel like his parents wanted people to be like, "Oh, your name's Youngblood?"
Well, also, somebody in my family named all their triplets Kiki, KK, and like Cuckoo.
Please say it's
like
Kaka.
It's something like that. I don't know. I've never met him, but apparently I've got three little people running around named Kiki, KK, and Cuckoo or something like that.
You know what Kaka means in Spanish?
No.
It's like to poop. So that's why I said it would be Kiki. What did you say? Kiki, Cuckoo?
Kiki,
Kaka,
like,
Kiki, Cookie.
something like that. I don't know. It's so funny though,
Oh
and they're
my
just little
gosh.
babies.
Yeah. When they grow up, they're just gonna be like, "Hey, Kiki, what's up, Cuckoo?"
Another really funny one is, my entire family is like, Timothy's, Eric's, basic.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've just got a little cousin named Jamal.
There you go. I mean, whatever you want to name your kid.
Right?
So, oh, this is a little bit of a funny little story here.
Funny little story.
So, I'm probably gonna butcher this name. The name really isn't important, but Marco Goki. That's what I'm gonna say. So
Sounds about right.
this guy, Marco Goki,
Here, can I see him?
is a ballet director. Marco Goki,
Yeah, I think it's Goki.
a ballet director in Germany.
Or Geiki. Might be Geiki, but Goki works.
He's being sued right now, okay? And do you want to know why he's being sued?
I just taste like mud water. I don't know, the aftertaste is just so bad to me. Why is he being sued?
Speaking of mud water, a critic...
Is he the mud wizard?
A critic was really not enjoying his ballet that he was directing and had some really mean words to say to him. Apparently, in his paper bag that he had in his hand, he had a little bit of dog poop.
Oh, really?
So he took it and grabbed it out of the bag and smeared it all over her face.
What?
I'm being for real. He got mad at her because she didn't like his ballet that he was directing. So he had a bag in his hand and he went, and now he's being sued for it.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Just the shock, the audacity of this man.
That's what I'm saying.
Honestly, if he would have used like something to grab the poop other than his hand, I feel like that would make it a lot more comfortable.
My thing is like,
why do you have a bag of poop? They're coming on a ballerina critic?
No, not even that. I mean, at that point, how do you even apologize? Like, he said in court, he was like, I'm so sorry, like, my actions, weren't me. They weren't you. I have literally never heard of anyone with a bag of dog poo in their hand, reaching in, grabbing it with their hand, and then he had to have pulling up his sleeve, right? I'm hoping he pulled up his sleeve, right? Not getting his
hope he was wearing like a rubber glove, maybe
$50,000 like trench coat, because he was probably rich.
Yeah.
And he was like, I
was just about to say,
French.
He probably has a French accent.
You're like,
hey, it's time for the poop.
I just don't understand.
Have you seen the Mud Wizard? So in a nutshell, there was a bunch of pro-environment people, what is it called? Global warming people, climate change people, at a mine site, and they were trying to keep the people out the mine or something along those lines, somewhere in Europe, right? And so the police came in, right? And they were getting ready to SWAT the place. And there was this one guy who was wearing a full robe, like a cloak, old style cloak, and in nothing but his bare feet. And mind you, this is a huge muddy area. There's no solid foundation. So these police officers are walking in with their feet going in 3 feet down in the mud. And this guy is dancing, doing this weird, walking along. He's got these weird, foot motions he's doing along this mud and just pushing these cops into the mud. And he's known as the Mud Wizard, and he is my new religion.
I love it.
Yeah. I'll support the Mud Wizard. Making a change in the environment. I'll have to show you the video later.
Gotcha. I have, you remember how we talked about that new Winnie the Pooh?
Oh, yeah, I heard it's being absolutely slammed on.
It is here.
I really want to watch it.
It is here. Well, not here. I should say it is very close to here. It has, this last weekend was its opening weekend in Mexico. It has already turned a decent profit in Mexico.
Oh, that's good.
Mexico is not even close to the #1 market for movies. The United States is.
Yeah.
They already turned a profit on the movie.
Oh, that's a fair.
They already turned a profit on the movie in Mexico. They're saying that this movie has the possibility to be the #1 highest grossing horror film of all time. In terms of movie sales and stuff. They're saying it's gonna what is it? The paranormal activities, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
I think that's the #1.
Why'd you leave me, Mr. Robbins?
But we've talked about it here before on the show. Like you said, it's already made a profit. Some people, the director actually said that he is getting death threats.
Oh,
and
yeah,
people are calling the police.
They're saying
on the movie.
So I was watching the thing about it. They said that he's getting a bunch of letters saying you're ruining our childhood, yada yada. He said that's the point. I want to ruin your childhood.
Yeah, it's scary.
I've been a silly bear, Mr. Robbins. Killed everyone.
All right, and now we are going to get into.
I can't get that voice out of my head.
We have 45 minutes here.
54 or 55.
We have 3 segments, two topics. Okay, so we're gonna bust out 2 things here. First,
keep drinking this. Huh?
We're gonna start off with light the love candle. Steamy time. Alright, just like every week, we are going to go ahead and light the candle of love. I thought that would work, maybe. Eric, entertain the crowd. Eric,
What? I
do one more round.
I was about to sing an NSYNC song.
Oh. Don't get demonetized or anything. Or copyright strike, because I know you sound exactly like him.
That's fair. I'm tearing up my heart when I'm with you. It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you. It's tearing up my...
Steamy time. Steamy time.
Oh, steamy.
All right, I think it's my turn to start off this week. So, what are we going to talk about this week? Well, we are going to talk... Stop!
I keep looking at that water. It's so gross, but I keep drinking it, and I know it's bad.
So, we're going to talk about... I'm blank. Eric's going first.
So this is a good story for a steamy time. I'll take you back to when I was a real OG, and there was one time. This is a good story. This one's a good story. So as back at band camp, not band camp, but I went to a camp in Michigan every year, right?
Yeah.
I.e. the story of where I almost died whitewater rafting. I'll die. One day I'll die a hero, and no one will know except for those 4 people on that raft and anyone who's listened. So I was at that same summer camp, and I believe this was my...
Because you're right in front of the mic.
Yeah. I'm watching the thing. I'm making sure it doesn't go in the red. And so, we pretty much, me and this girl hit it off, right? We were talking and stuff. Turns out she had a boyfriend, but that's not important. Tell later. So, we're talking like 4 days, right? And I knew her as the girl with the knee brace, right? And also during that time, and I feel like every man goes through this time in high school, where like girls with knee braces just are like a whole different breed. Like, you look at a girl with a knee brace and you're like, wow. But, so we were talking stuff, 3-4 days go by. Next thing I know, the guy comes up to me and starts, harassing me, right? So I gave him a hug. And then me and him, he like, didn't know what to do, so he just hugged me back. And this is 100, so he hugged me back and he just started crying. And I kind of looked over at her, and I was like, I got myself into something that I really did not mean to do. This is way more than a love triangle. There's drama here. And I just kind of like walked off. I actively avoided those two the next 2 years of being there.
Nice.
Yeah.
I went to a summer camp one time. And there was a girl with a knee brace. I think I told this story on this podcast before.
Knee brace.
Stop me if I've told this story on the podcast before, but I don't think I have. But I really liked this girl at summer camp. So we were going to hang out during the fireworks that night. There was fireworks that always happened. And I was like, oh yeah, fireworks. And I'm going to hold her hand or something. So I basically, we're getting down there and stuff like that. And they're like, here's your glow sticks. And at the time, I was like, oh yeah, glow sticks, woo! So I cracked open my glow stick. And she was getting ready to crack open hers. And she goes, oh yeah, psh, ow. and her glow stick had cracked and shattered, and glass had gone in her eye. Like tiny fragments of glass had gone in her eye.
Shrapnel.
And she was like, "Oh my god, my eye, ow!" And I was like, "Are you okay?" She's like, "I don't know what just happened. It just feels like something's in my eye, but I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm sure it's just, one of those eyelashes." And I looked down and I'm like, "Dude, your glow stick exploded all over your hand." And like, it was like all over her. And she was like, "Oh crap, I gotta go." So she like ran. She ended up like going to the medical office, and I like didn't see her for like 2 days. I was like sitting there watching the fireworks by myself. Like, I walked up to the dude who gave her the glow stick, and I was like, "You shouldn't have given her that glow stick, because now my girl's in the hospital."
And then she died.
The end.
Just mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Well,
somewhere over the rainbow.
I don't even know anymore. So,
I'm in a very sing-songy mood today.
oh yeah. You know who's not in a sing-songy mood? This woman. This woman, right? She gets home to her house and she notices that the upstairs bedroom window is smashed. So before she even like walks through the door, she's like, that's not supposed to be broken. I'm gonna call the cops really quick. So she calls the cops. Cops get there. They get through the front door. And they're like searching the house, like, doing their thing. And they get to the top floor, and they get to the master bathroom, and there he is, sitting in the tub, fully clothed, in the bathtub, bathing himself, fully clothed.
Just
didn't take his boots off, didn't take his boots off, didn't take his socks off, didn't take his shirt off, no pants. He still had everything on.
Sorry, officer, I was just dirty.
No. It wasn't even that, because even in the article, it said that not once has he said why he did it. He has not said a single reason why he did it. He didn't steal anything. He didn't do anything. He was just sitting in the tub. He's probably sitting there like...
Just every time they ask him, he's like, just taking a bath. Just taking a bath.
He was probably one of those dudes you see walking down the street, like going like this.
It's probably the same guy who took all those eggs.
The eggs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the 38,000.
He's just sitting there like, I ate so many.
I have 38,000 eggs and I lost them all. Not in this economy.
I'm gonna drink this so I can complain more. The faster you swallow it, the worse it is. If you kind of let it sit in your mouth, it's fine. If you swallow it too fast, it's like being slapped in the tongue with like pneumonia.
Ah. You know what has absolutely nothing to do with the pneumonia?
See, it was good till I swallowed it. What?
Monkeys. So, there was this man who was jailed in Dallas. He was sent to jail. He stole 2 monkeys.
Just took them.
From the zoo. Just walked in, cut the lock like the other guy. Cut the lock, grabbed
all
the monkeys.
Same dude.
Yeah. Every single story today has been the exact same guy. And it's been me.
Just after a long day of monkey napping and egg grabbing, you're sitting in the bathtub of someone else's house.
How do you think I got in there? I'm a plumber.
He crawled through the pipes.
Well, I mean, I also threw that rock through the window because the window was smashed.
That was just because you left the door locked.
Yeah, I didn't knock twice, open the door and say, "Plumber."
Plumber!
But anyways, so the man stole 2 monkeys from the zoo. So he's in the past or during the same time. The article was a little bit confusing. I couldn't tell whether these events were separate or concurrent.
Yeah.
He also stole a leopard.
You rode out of the zoo with on a leopard.
Another 2 monkeys. He had a couple fish from the zoo aquarium, and that were dead and just sitting out on the floor of his apartment. And then some cats and some pigeons. Do you want to know what he said when the police arrested him? With like all the dead pigeons and fish laying around his apartment, and like, you know,
They were all dead?
well, not all of them, not the monkeys or the leopards, but
Just the pigeons and the fish.
yeah, the pigeons and the fish.
Just getting munched on by the
But
starving monkeys.
you know what he said when he was arrested?
What?
They were like, "Why'd you do this?" And he's like, "I shouldn't be under arrest because I love animals."
That's it. That's all he said. Court hearing.
Like, well, I mean, that's not all he said, but that's a witness quote.
Yeah.
But like, my thing is I love animals. I love Charlie. I love all animals. But I know that zoos are probably the okay. Even if zoos aren't the best place for animals, I'm not saying
hunters.
I'm not saying that zoos aren't the best place, because I think they're a very good place for animals.
Yeah.
But if you believe that zoos, because there's a lot of people who believe it, if you believe that zoos are a terrible place for animals, you can at least admit that they probably take better care of it than you would.
Yeah.
You don't have access to billions of dollars of funding that you can just get the right medicine that nobody's ever heard of before for a monkey that lives in the Amazon.
It's all clear now. It's all clear now. You stole the Cadbury eggs to feed all of the animals.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. And then I came home for a long day.
We got him, folks. Yeah.
All right.
Long day at work, eh? Yeah.
Oh, I got something on me. Okay. All right. That is pretty much good. Okay. So, are you excited for 33 of them's release tonight?
Yeah. They're releasing a song.
I don't know what it's called.
I don't even know what it sounds like.
It's gonna be the one that goes like, do 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 do. It blows like the towers out. Subscribe. Yeah, that one.
Oh,
and then the one where you have vocoded vocals. You know?
Yeah.
Where it's like the
guy's named James, their name's Malay. That one, right?
Is it?
Yeah. I think so. You don't.
I think so. Well, I'm excited.
Oh.
If you guys want, you can go check out 33 of them on YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitter, all the things. You can go check us out. I have also created a secondary fan account under like a 33 of them thing. Basically, that is also going to be the epicenter as well for social media podcast updates. So that's going to be informing about the podcast and stuff like that. There's like 400 followers on it, but that's because I just transferred over. I rebranded my Young Boy account.
Here's something we really have to think about.
Huh.
So, actually, never mind. That's way complicated. We can think about that later.
Okay. We can talk after the podcast.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But, because I have stuff I want to figure out too. All right, and it's time for our favorite and our last segment for today. Just like last time, but I don't want to make it a habit, honestly. I like keeping it in the middle. It is time for Mad Libs.
You're gonna choose today.
Okay, well, I'm gonna come over here and you can pick for me.
Okay.
Or, make the pick.
Okay. 1 through 6.
I want to go with 3.
Okay. 1 through 5.
2.
Okay. 1 through 4.
4.
And lastly, 1 through, well, not lastly, 1 through 3.
2.
And heads or tails?
Heads.
Cool. You're good. Today's one will be unicorns, mermaids, and Mad Libs. Okay. Of course we take Zine pen.
Timestamps are going to start next week.
You ready? You know how to play you know how words work?
Yes.
Great.
And there's like no viewers right now, so it's fine.
Yeah. Okay, verb.
Run.
A place.
The White House.
Noun.
Rocking chair.
Plural noun.
Marshmallows.
Number.
42,000. Usually the higher the better, but
Type of liquid.
I'm gonna say Addison Rae's bathwater.
Plural noun.
Farts.
There. Animal.
Cougar.
Adjective.
Median
Median.
in a road. Like the median in a road. Actually, I'll make it less complicated.
Adjective.
Oh, okay. Adjective. Fast.
Part of the body, plural.
Eyeballs.
Animal.
Let's go with a rhinoceros.
Part of the body.
Let's go with kneecap.
Noun.
I'm gonna go with... I'm gonna go with UV light.
UV light. And animal.
I'm gonna go with frog.
First name.
I'm gonna go with Mikhail. Our special guest from last week. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out on Whahya TV on YouTube. I'm gonna go with 14.
Gotcha. This one is the lake monsters of North America.
Oh no.
Why run all the way to the White House when there are rocking chair monsters right at home?
Huh?
Between the United Marshmallows and Canada, North America is home to more than 42,000 lake and river monsters, like the Addison Rae's bathwater serpents and crocodilian farts. And not to mention cougar-like fish with fast necks and webbed eyeballs.
Oh no.
Ontario was once home to Mishpishu, or an underwater rhinoceros with cat-like kneecaps and claws.
Wow.
And British Columbia is still home to a pogo, a UV light-backed creature with a bearded frog head.
Wow.
But Canada's favorite just might be McHale, which has been described as looking somewhat like a 14-eyed Loch Ness monster.
Wow.
Wild.
Okay. Eric, I have one for you. Noun.
Cell phone.
Adverb.
Adverb.
Ly.
Swiftly.
Verb.
Coughed.
Cough.
Or cough, yeah.
Adjective.
Crumbled.
Type of food.
Italian. Does that work?
Yeah. That works. Adjective.
Moist.
Oh no. Part of the body, plural.
Phalanges. Also the scientific name for your fingers.
Noun.
John F. Kennedy.
Silly word.
Goodonkel.
Goo.
Goodonkel.
I'll say it like you want to. Verb ending in ing.
Punching.
Part of the body.
Face.
Adjective.
Green.
Actually, give me another part of the body.
Ear.
Verb.
Slap.
Type of liquid.
Thick.
No. Like a liquid. Like a drink or something.
Fine. Cranberry Sprite.
Okay. Verb.
Punch.
How original. No, I'm kidding.
Did I already say that?
Yeah, you said punching earlier.
Oh.
It's okay. It works. I'm not judging. How to ride a unicorn. Do's and don'ts. Here's the do's. Unicorns don't have cell phone belts, so it's important to hold on swiftly at all times. Because they can cough your mind, it's crucial to think only crumbled thoughts while riding a uni-Italian. If touching a unicorn's moist horn becomes necessary, be sure to warm up your phalanges first. They are quite sensitive to changes in John F. Kennedy. Don'ts. Don't say, yeehaw, or good uncle. The unicorn will think you're punching fun of it. Never stand face to ear with a unicorn for too long. For green reasons.
For green.
Whatever you do, never, ever slap unicorn cranberry Sprite. It is deadly to the touch and will punch you for sure. Happy riding. Ya did it to yourself.
Yeah, did it.
Okay, we got 22 more minutes. That was 8 minutes, yes. Well, I always like saving the last 5 to 7 minutes for promo.
Oh my god. Okay. Jesus.
We can switch,
Noun.
too.
No, this is just too good.
Well, at some point, I mean. Ukulele.
Being fair. Adjective.
Beautiful.
Okay. Person in room male.
Mikhail Yano. Just put Kale Yano. Don't do Mikhail.
Verb.
Jump.
Plural noun.
Stories.
Type of food.
Spaghetti.
Noun.
Orange. That's what it is. Yes. Like the fruit.
Verb ending in ing.
Running.
Verb.
Shit.
Verb ending in ing.
Licking.
Animal.
I'm gonna go with vulture.
Silly word.
I'm gonna go with badoink doink.
Verb.
I'm gonna say sing. La la la.
Verb.
I'm gonna say eat.
Exclamation.
Ah!
Verb ending in ing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you gotta love it.
Kneeling.
Adjective.
Stale.
All right. Satire play.
Ooh.
First satire. OMG, I'm so bored. Second satire. Me too. Let's play a ukulele on someone. First satire. Satyr. I'm gonna say satyr because that's how you actually say it. That's a beautiful idea, but who? Second satyr. How about Kaliano? He's dumb enough to jump for anything. The two stories hide under a spaghetti tree, waiting for their orange to pass by. First satyr. Why is he running so slow? Second satyr. I'm so bored I could shit. First satyr. Wait, he's licking back around. Second satyr makes vulture noises. What are you doing? But doink-a-doink, he'll sing you. Ah! You totally scared him. Look, he's kneeling away. Now we're gonna be even more stale.
Nice. Here, I'll switch.
It was the I'm so bored I could take a shit.
Yeah, that one was funny. That one was good. Okay. Verb?
Spit.
Part of the body?
The uvula.
Noun?
Bread stick.
Okay. That actually makes sense. Adjective?
Hard.
Okay. Female.
I'm gonna have to go with
I'm only using her first name, so.
we're definitely gonna go with what's her name? You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna choose Maria from Maria Calendar.
Marie from Marie Calendar?
Yes.
Okay. Well, remember that, guys. It's Marie Calendar.
Marie
Actually,
Calendar.
you know what? I'll just say Marie Calendar. Adjective.
Adjective. Slick.
Okay. Oh, okay. Adjective.
Sore.
Plural noun.
We're gonna go with grapes.
Stop. This is so funny. Adverb.
Wet. Or wetting. Wedding.
Wetly.
Wedding. Right? That
Wetly.
works.
Wetly.
An
Adverb.
Oh, wetly doing something. Yes, wetly.
Plural noun.
Plural noun. Well, since we went with grapes, we're gonna have to go with we're gonna go with a predator drone.
Predator drones.
Yeah, that's just missiles everywhere.
Verb past tense.
Okay, easy. Carpet bombed.
You are making a banger. Adjective.
Adjective. Is funny an adjective?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go with silly. Funny or silly? Funny. Funny. Silly. Yeah, we're gonna do silly.
Adjective.
We're gonna go with torn.
Torn.
Yeah, or ripped, torn.
Oh. Yeah. Torn.
Yeah.
Okay. Color.
White.
Oh, interesting. Adjective.
Strong.
Verb ending in ing.
Shocking.
Noun.
CIA agent.
Verb ending in ing.
Batting.
This is the Thanksgiving menu. Oh no, this is better than you could imagine. I think this is the one we're gonna be ending with, possibly. I don't know, we still have like 7 minutes.
No.
Where I wanna be, but it's that special time of the year when we gather to spit ourselves silly and give thanks that the uvula ball game is on. Give thanks that the uvula ball game is on later so that no one has to actually talk to each other. Here's a menu for today's dysfunctional family feast. Butter breadstick squash soup served with cranberry muffins and a few hard looks from Aunt Marie Callender, who overheard you say her baby was definitely hit with the slick stick.
Dude, that baby hit with that sling stick, dog. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It also just sounds funny because it sounds like some millennial Gen Z.
Yeah. Baked sore potatoes topped with mini grapes and a healthy dose of embarrassment as your mom wetly says, "Aren't you still trying to lose a few predator drones, sweetie?" Next item, carpet bombed turkey, seasoned with fresh herbs and slathered in silly, awkward silence as everyone watches your sister and her no-torn husband fight. White beans with melted butter, sprinkled with an inquiry from your grandma if you're dating anyone strong, and a reminder that you're not shocking any younger. CIA agent pie, with a scoop of relief that you have another year until the next thanks batting.
Whack.
Pretty great. You can do one more. Or if you want me to do it, I don't care. Or like me to write and you do it again.
I don't. Whatever you want to do. I don't care.
I like writing it, so.
Yeah, you can write it. I'll try. This one's gonna be a good one. I'm not gonna hold back on this one.
Okay. Adjective.
Pounding, pounded, like it's flattened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plural noun.
Plural noun. Obamas. As in multiple Barack Obamas.
Verb.
Gave.
Give.
Give.
Noun.
Hezbollah.
Verb ending in ing.
Playing.
Male.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Make it more real. Make it like a real person.
Okay. Louis Capaldi. I don't know why that went to my mind, but that happened.
Verb.
Slander.
I think I found our next song title. Same. Oh, okay. Louis Capaldi. Lewis's. There we go. Part of the body, plural.
Nads.
The fact that you picked Louis Capaldi makes this 10 times better. Verb.
I love, and did I put him in like the right place, dude, to make it all feel good? Verb.
Verb, yeah.
Slapping.
Slap.
Slap. There we go.
Noun.
Noun. Whitney Houston.
And they put a comma after Whitney Houston. Jesus. Okay. Part of the body, plural.
We're gonna go with the end of the nipple. You know, like the very tip of the nip. The nip tip. There you go.
It would have been so much funnier if you switched the part of the bodies, but we'll see that out. Adjective.
I mean, gotta go with it hard. I mean.
Okay. Verb ending in ing.
Railing. As in railing the track for a train.
Noun.
The United Arab Emirates, is that what it's called? UAE.
Yeah. Plural noun.
We're gonna go with child soldiers.
I mean, makes sense. I mean, noun.
Noun. We're gonna go with flashbang.
Okay. Verb ending in ing.
Twisting.
Verb.
Pulsing. Pulse. To pulse. To give something a pulse. To pulse it with electricity.
Okay. This one I'm not even reading the title, I'm just jumping into it because it kind of has its own title. Read an entry from your teenage diary about that time Dad chaperoned the pounded school dance and became the center of attention with his smooth Obamas.
Smooth.
Dear Diary, I so need to give out of school and go into a hospital protection program after what happened last night. There I was, slow playing with Louis Capaldi till I will always slander you. I didn't even care that Dad was there because I finally had Louis's nads wrapped around me. Heaven. Then Britney Slap Me Whitney Houston One More Time came on, and Dad literally went nuts. He put his nip tip in the air and busted out his hard school dance moves. The railing man, the UAE patch, and the sprinkler. A circle of child soldiers formed around him, chanting, "You go, old flashbang." I wanted to kill him. The saddest part? He thought people were laughing with him, but they were twisting at him. I'm like, never going to pulse this down, ever.
She sounded like a...
Sounded like Mickey Mouse.
Oh, look at me, we got our move.
Okay, anyways.
I've been a bad.
Can you hand me that charger? We finished with 7 minutes remaining.
Right now?
Yes.
There's 7 minutes left?
Yes. I did exactly what I wanted to do. But
What did we learn today?
we learned that there was a lot of Cadbury cream eggs stolen.
By man stole... Not only... Stole... So... We got to timeline this, right? So, if I'm correct, as a investigative journalist myself, is it true that you first went to the zoo and stole a handful of pigeons,
I did not do
multiple
any of
dead
this.
fish.
I want to clarify that. I did not do any of
I
this.
believe you said a cougar or a jaguar.
A snow leopard.
And a pair of monkeys. Then brought them home to die. Realized you needed to feed them. So you had to go out with your obviously your easily accessible semi-truck. No, you didn't. You just used Doris. And
Yeah,
you used Doris to tow an entire trailer full of Cadbury eggs
Yeah.
to your animals.
You remember that mud that used to be in the car?
Yeah.
That wasn't from you putting it in the ditch. That was from the melted Cadbury cream eggs.
And then when you realized that the animals had all died, you went to take a nice warm bath in someone else's house.
Yes. I took the bath and then got arrested again. And then I traveled to Germany to smear dog poo on some random person's face. Changed my name to Marco Goiki. And then had a change in sex. And turned into a woman and had 12 kids. Then I decided to take it a step further and changed animals, breed, and I went to a humpback whale and single-handedly created millions of whales. Made them stop singing. And then I traveled to New Zealand, changed my name again, but this time I wasn't satisfied with just one name, so I did 2,000. And then, after that, I created Winnie the Pooh.
I've been bad.
No, stop. And then, that was it. But thank you everyone who is going to watch and has watched. We're really excited about WWE. I'm not sure what the schedule is. We're going to talk with that like literally right after we get up the podcast. We're going to talk about podcasts. We're going to be talking about music. We're going to talk about all that. But stay tuned for next week when we're going to talk about what we talked about. And then we're going to talk about what we talked about when we talked about what we talked about.
Yeah. Talking about it.
Yeah. But we appreciate everyone who joins us every single week. We know there's a couple of you. There has to be. We've seen a couple returning subscribers on the analytics. We've seen you guys watch. We've seen the views. We're really excited to keep continuing doing the podcast. But I'm excited for the new opportunities. We already have next week's Try New Things lined up. It's been a long time coming, but we're finally going to be able to try that. Unless I find something else, then maybe we'll hold on. That's going to be like the secondary. But, well, guys, we will see you again next week. This has been another episode of Whahya TV, where we talk about whatever we want. Thank you guys for stopping in. See you next week here on Monday.
The sweet Monday we find.
Sooner than Monday, you'll be able to access our WTWWE video.
Sooner than Monday you'll find.